Alright, so I got my pick. Alright, so I'm just gonna start picking away. Obviously the old seals you don't care about because you know you'll be replacing them. So when you pick at it, chances are you're gonna dig into the seal and puncture it or something. Again, you're replacing it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So this is the old seal. The old seal actually looks really good. Alright, so I just took it out this way, and if I look at the seal itself, inside the seal here, there's actually like a little rib, little indentation ring that goes all the way around. As far as both sides go, they look, you know, the ring, the indentation looks like it's right in the middle. So so no worries there on, you know, if it's in this way or if it's in that way. They look basically, you know, it doesn't look like it matters which way it goes in. I mean, what I've got to do, I've got to wipe this a little bit. I mean, I wiped out the surface here, but I didn't actually go in a little bit. I can see a little bit of dirt in there, just a little bit. Should have left the seal on and wiped it first. Oh well. So my laziness, you know, my mistakes, you know, like I say on my video or my info page or about page, says, you know, everything is, it's all DIY, raw, unscripted. You know, I've never done this before, so no way to script this, right? And so you see all my mistakes and stuff, so that way hopefully you won't make those mistakes. You'll be more efficient, basically. That's the point. Just wipe all this off while the seals are still there, makes it easier. So that way you don't get any crud into the channel where the seal sits. Right, this bottom one, I'm gonna probably have some crud in there. Good thing is I have a little air compressor here, so let's blow into that real quick, so that way if there is any crud right in there, it'll blow out. If I didn't blow it all the way into the bore here. Oops, sorry about that. Just knocked the tripod there. Good thing is I have a gimbal, and you can see on my I have a video on that as well, showing you how the gimbal works. It's kind of older now, actually. It's I think they have a newer version of it. So this dust seal. This dust seal is a little bit easier to hook in. So let's see, it goes out that direction. It should be not the seal, the fluid seal. So this one looks. So I don't see any difference between at all on either side. It's all solid. There's no channels or nothing. Yeah, looks good to me. Okay. The dust seal is definitely harder to take out than the fluid seal. So this seal looks good too. The dust seal here looks good. I don't see any gouging, not much dirtiness to it at all. So I think my seals could have been fine. But you know, since you're changing the pistons, might as well change the seals too. You know, since you're already in there. It's not, you know, price wise. It's not gonna break the bank or nothing like that, so don't be lazy about, you know, changing things just because you're cheap. You know, cheap doesn't pay. Being cheap does not pay. I think I learned that the hard way. So you see crap in there. I'm gonna blow it all out. Oops. And turn on my air compressor. The valve. See all the mist from the brake fluid. So my master cylinder is not master cylinder. What am I saying? Yeah, the master cylinder. That's right. It's completely closed. It's, you know, I didn't even look at it yet, so I'm not gonna mess with it at all until I get my pistons in and everything. Then I could open that up, you know, get everything in. Then I could open that master cylinder up and you know, start actually bleeding the brakes. So everything looks good there. Make sure my hands are clean. Or well, they're not clean, they're dirty, but I'm wiping them so that way they don't have any like grittiness. All right. Alright, so here's the new seals. Should be a good idea to. I think it should be a good idea to add a little bit of brake fluid on here, but the cylinder is actually still a little bit moist, a little wet. At least it seems like it's a little wet. So I'm gonna take advantage of that. I'm gonna take advantage of the wetness that's still there, and that's, you know, that's just brake fluid, right? So this might be a little tricky, maybe. It's kind of cramped in here. Let's see. Okay, that was easy. That was the fluid seal. There's the dust seal. Okay, yeah, so that was a piece of cake. Real simple there. The bottom side, same thing again. So you just push the whole thing in, and at one side of the seal, I slide it into the groove, into its groove. Then I go slowly work around until the whole thing's in its groove, like so. The dust seal is a little bit thinner, so it doesn't have as much support, so it might not be easy to do that. So I'm actually just doing that. Like I said, this has a little bit less support, so okay, so that looks good. Well, that's good. There's a little bit of wetness from the brake fluid there, so I'm just gonna use that and as basically down here and just loop the seals real quick, so that way my piston can slide in easy. All right. Okay, it's all wet. Okay. So that was pretty simple, right? So now for the calipers, make sure they're nice and clean. So look at the old one versus the new one. So the new one obviously is stainless and it's obvious, you know, the color wise. New one, it's, you know, it's stainless too, but it has this kind of this yellowish, reddish hue to it. I'm not sure what's up with that. Let's look at them. Same diameter or same length, same diameter. Looks pretty much the same. It's just the color is different. So make sure that's clean, and like so. Just wiggle it in. Remember that brake fluid that I put in there earlier. Right, just slide in quick, easy. So I slid it pretty much almost all the way in. It's almost flush. That was real simple, real easy. This bottom one I think is going to be a little bit harder because once the first piston goes in, there's nothing pushing it back out. But the bottom second one, when you put it in, you know, this becomes sealed, right? So you know, the backside of this becomes sealed. So so there's going to be like a little bit of, I'm guessing there's going to be a little bit of resistance from that back pressure, you know, from the air back there. Oh no, there's no back pressure at all. Oh, sweet. All right, that's it. Nice and simple. Okay, well, it's really simple. Easier than the brake pads. Now, since I'm here, I might as well just put the brake pads in for you guys to see. Actually, I need to put those clips in, those metal clips. That might be kind of a little bit difficult, I think, since my caliper is all still mounted. The top clip is the one that's going to be harder, I think. Let's see, I'm already past the 10-minute mark. So I can do this real quick. So it goes in like so. So this clip right here, it goes in like that. Let's see if I can do this. And got it. Just about. Come on. It goes right there. Just make a little pick. Right there. There it goes. So those two little clips. You look at them. There's this clip right here, and there's this clip right here. Those two clips kind of holds this piece up there. It's not very firm, but oops, it's not very firm. But you know, the thing that really actually keeps it there is the brake pads. Once the brake pads are in, it'll keep it there. And the reason why this piece is here is that the brake pads will probably touch the top surface here, and you don't want the metal backing on the brake pads to basically wear out the caliper. So this little clip on the top prevents that. And the other clip, so this one goes in, what was it, like this? Oops. Nope, wait a minute. Like this way. So it's like that, with the small end, and the wider end here is towards the, pointing in towards the pistons. And this has the little clip that kind of holds it as well, which is, let's look at it real fast. Which actually, right here, these two right here. But really, the main thing that actually holds it there, once everything's in, is the pads themselves. Oh, that clip stays in nice and firm. Okay. Got my pads. So the pads are, remember the pads are, look at my other video, the pads are, basically they're the same. They're as each other, so it doesn't matter which goes in first or not. Like so. And then like so. That's it. Now I just need to put my screws, these screws are here on the back side, right? From the excuse me, not the back side, but from the outside. So I'm gonna do that. Change the camera angle here. Alright, these screws here actually still have Loctite from the last time. Not Loctite, I mean anti-seize fluid on the thread here. And there's still a little bit of anti-seize here. I didn't get them dirty, so I'm not gonna worry about reusing it. Wiping it down first. Normally I just wipe it down and reapply it, but in this case I think I could get away with using them. And over time, my calipers, the inside, where the bolts thread through, right here in the spot right here. See how it's all corroded? So the caliper on the inside is actually also corroded as well. So the fit of this bolt is really tight. It doesn't want to slide in very well. And it seems as I put mileage on this bike, that seemed to get worse and worse. So what I should do is I should put a little bit of anti-seize on that, but I don't want to, because I don't want that possibility that the anti-seize could get on the get on the pads. So that's a big no-no there. If it gets on the pads. Tight. The top one's really tight. Get a little bit more. Okay, so the pins cleared. One pad. So clear the other pad. Okay, that cleared the other pad. This top one's, oh, there it goes. Now that cleared the other pad. Okay, both pads are clear. This I could just hang it up. So this is a 5mm Allen. Remember, the 5mm Allen, it's not that strong. You don't want to tighten this too much. That's one of the reasons why I put Loctite and not Loctite, anti-seize. So I don't want the thing to seize. And notice that how I'm tightening. I'm not holding my wrench down here at the handle. I'm holding it right up here at the head, just like if I was holding an Allen key. So that way I don't over torque this these bolts. All right. You over torque them when you tighten them, you're not gonna get them out. You might strip that head, and then you know you don't want to get into that hassle. It's just headaches. So that's good there. And the 2 cover plugs, those also have anti-seize on them as well. So these plugs, even though they're flathead screwdrivers, to put them in, they're actually kind of difficult to go in. They just, they don't go in very well. Wow, they're hot. I've been sitting in the sun here. I feel the heat on my palm of my hand. These still also has anti-seize on them. So when you use these ones with the flathead, don't use a sloppy flathead. You know, make sure you get a flathead that's big enough that fits all the way in. All the way into the slot, and it doesn't wiggle around at all. If it wiggles around and stuff, and it's you know it's not a tight fit, and when you need to like really put some torque on it, that's how you strip the heads of the screws. So make sure it's a nice tight fit. Otherwise, you're gonna cause damage, and that's gonna give you headaches as well. So this one, I don't tight too much because these ones, for whatever reason, they seem to be really difficult to come off. Okay, and that's it. That's the I just did my brake rebuild. All I have to do now is bleed my brakes, and you know, put the wheel back on. All right. So there you have it. Oops. In my last video, I said I'd try not to go over 20 minutes, but I'll get to 20 minutes, but obviously now I'm approaching 20 minutes. So anyway, so there's a little space in there, so that, you know, that fits the rotor when you put the wheel back on. It should be good. All right, so thanks for watching.